everybody. This is Tara from terrasindependentvoice.com, and I am here to tell you about and give my review of the film that is #1 this week, and it is called Pacific Rim Uprising. I have a special guest. Her name is Callie Alley. She won't go away, so I figure she can give her opinion of the movie. She's heard me talk about it because this is take 4, and I'm a one and done girl, but apparently not this time. So let me tell you about the film. It is directed by Stephen S. DeKnight, who has done some superhero work in the past on the TV show Daredevil. And we also have, as a producer, Guillermo del Toro. Oops. Anybody who doesn't know Guillermo del Toro has not been to the movies, are you going to lay down? In a very long time. But where I'm very interested in, and what, ouch, 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 what the best things are, and I just noticed something that I didn't notice before, so I'm kind of glad I'm on take 4. John Boyega, who of course plays Jake and plays Finn on the latest Star Wars films, is also marked as a producer. This is absolutely amazing to me. It's that they didn't have the money in the budget. Now, this is what it often means. It may not always be that, but this is what usually happens. They've got to give this guy a certain amount of money, which he'll only work for. And, you know, he's doing Star Wars. He doesn't need Pacific Rim Uprising, but I'm sure he wanted to be in the film since it's so good, so exciting. The script was kind of a natural for somebody of John's caliber as far as action adventure goes. So yeah, they want him in the film. So they say, we're going to, and they don't tell you how much the actors make as a rule. We know what the budget for the film was, $150 million, which means, and that's an estimate, I'm going to say maybe 175 million, or maybe even more. That is the budget. That is the budget of a small country. Maybe even a middle-sized country if you find one that be in the film. So there's the way they do it. The other stars that are in this movie, of course, I mentioned John Wayne. I mentioned Scott Eastwood, who is Clint Eastwood's son. He has done a few things, such as Suicide Squad, so he's not a complete unknown in the business of action-adventure and films based on comic books. And he's a good actor, and he's good. He looks good. He doesn't particularly look at his dad until you see his face. Till I realized who it was, and I looked back. He has the scare, you know, the chin and the bone, the facial features, as far as, you know, the cheekbones and especially the chin. And I guess I just missed on it. Like I said, I'm good at picking siblings and offspring, but he was off my radar completely. The young woman who plays Amara is almost a newcomer. She's done very little, but did very well in this film, and she's got 4 films, 3 of which are marked for this year to come out, so we may be seeing a whole lot of her. And then we have, of course, Bern Gorman and Charlie Day, who were both in the first film. And Bern Gorman is known for, I believe he played on one of the Batman films, and I can't remember which one. but he's kind of unique looking and would lend himself very well to a comic book based movie. And so those are your actors, and it's a nice little set. There are also, of course, many other actors in this film, and I can't name them all, but they are exceptional. It's a good cast, it really is. So, as I was saying, the synopsis is that there are some monsters possibly left over from the first set that have been hiding, and they are all set to just take over the world. There's something in the world they want, and this film tells you what it is and where it is, and they are fighting these monsters. When they realize what it is they want, they try to protect it, and then it's on battle royale completely. My thoughts, and I believe I explained the movie pretty well. The Jaegers are big and formidable, and the Kaju are live living organisms, whereas the Jaegers have 2 to 3 people inside. So they're live and organic, but then of course they're outside, and most of the inside are robot. They're robotic and they're awesome, and I love them. And so really the most of the movie is fighting. And here's my review and issues I had with the movie. The big issue I had, which would make me take this some stars down, actually not some stars, but maybe a star, we'll see, was that it took a while for you to get to see the Jaegers. You did get to see some excitement and some background story on where Jake comes from, and that is this city, I think Cincinnati, Ohio, but I'm not positive, I forget, but I'm pretty sure it's Chicago? No. Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Bill says Chicago. This is my husband. Say hi, Bill.
Hi.
Yay. Tried to poke me in the eye. So, they live in a community called the Stacks, and is that right? Yeah, they live in a community, and it's not a great community. It's like everybody, I need to turn off everything, but I didn't, so now the phone rang, and I declined. It's really fun to decline people. I like that. I never decline. My feeling is the film didn't drag, but it showed some background to the characters, what happened to Jake, what happened to make him, of course, we know about his father. He's not over that, and he'll probably never be over that, but he's trying to handle it, and he ends up finding Amara, and they get in trouble, and they both end up in on the military base, and all of this takes a while. And then there's more of a while as everything gets going. You find out that there is another company who wants to be the only company in the world that can protect it with its own robots. And that all seems like to me, it could have probably gone a little faster. I really don't care. Well, they all live in slums. They turn out, it just seems they're, not nice places. They've still got some dead dead kaiju laying around with just the skeleton. And, you know, Jake is basically a scavenger, as is Mara, and that's how they end up meeting. And like I said, they end up being in the military base where they find out that, yes, as you guessed it, the kaiju are still running around amok. They just don't know where and when. Well, they know where, but they don't really explain a lot about that, except that they are leftovers from the first battle 10 years before. It's it's just slow in the beginning. It's not uninteresting, but I want to see the Jaegers. That's what I went to the movies for. And I know they have to do some explaining during the first part of the film, some foreshadowing maybe, and that's all done. It just takes a while, and that's fine. That's fine. You get to know the characters, and you get to know part of the plot. As it turns out, they are called into service to fight the kaiju. There are other pilots, but they are not very well trained. They're not ready, but some of them go into battle anyway, and you can imagine how those things never turn out well. And I'm not saying, that this didn't turn out well, but it could have gone better. I enjoyed the part as soon as the Jaegers started fighting. Actually, as soon as I saw them, I was like, I let out this sigh of relief. There are Jaegers in this movie. There are those big, beautiful, wonderful robots who are going to save this world. Maybe. You don't know at that point. And I love that each robot's the same, is different. And they have names, like one's the gypsy, and there's a bright orange one. I don't know his name, but he's damn cute. And there's like 5 or 6 of them, or maybe there's 4 of them. They are taken into service probably before they should be, and before before 3 sets of drivers probably shouldn't have been there, but they are. And then Jake and Nate are drivers who have been together before, both on, I believe Scott Eastwood was in the first one, yeah? I have to look and see. No, he wasn't, but they act like they know each other really well, and they were together, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
well,
no.
When they were together in the service, that was after their father was killed.
Yeah. So, it's like they knew each other years ago, 10 years ago, when they beat the kaiju. And they are back together again. They're the most well-trained team, obviously calling the shots. And they run into the kaiju. And the kaiju is nobody you want to fool with unless you're in this superior great big robot. And it's just the fighting. It's the fighting. And you win some, you lose some, just like in any other fight in a movie or in real life. But when you're in a huge 10-story building type robot, God only knows what's going to happen. There's a lot of running right through big, huge buildings. They fight in places like Japan. Japan, don't feel sorry for them. They have been attacked by Godzilla a million times. They've been attacked by just all these different movie monsters. So they should be used to it. I don't know why anybody is surprised that the kaiju goes for Japan. There is a reason for it. They didn't just arbitrarily decide they want to go to Japan. So yeah, the biggest problem I have with is that it is slow in the beginning to get to the Jaegers, and it is actually a little bit slow to get to points that are important in the film, and it drags here and there. That is my main problem. Whatever little other issues I have are really not even worth mentioning. So, Pacific Rim Uprising, which is #1 at the box office, and I don't really know if the films coming out this week will be able to dislodge Pacific Rim. I'm thinking Black Panther could rebound and go back to #1. It is the movie to beat. It's broken records, the kind of records that Pacific Rim will never break, as far as this go round. And it's not that it's a bad film, but it's because Black Panther is a better film. So that's my review. I give Pacific Rim 4.5 stars, the half a star being taken back or not being given because of the slowness. And that's my opinion. That's the way I feel. Many people that will not bother you, but it does me. So this is Terra from terrasindependentvoice.com. I have a website of the same name, which I will put this video on, and probably some trailers, and go and check it out. It's not there right now, probably not till tomorrow. Today is the 27th? 28th? Ooh, 28th of March 2018, so I would wait till the 29th, or even, nope, 29th. I would wait till the 29th. So thank you for watching. Please, if you will, it would be so wonderful if you could subscribe to my little channel here. I'm trying to build it, and it's exciting to do that, and I am excited that I am getting subscribers. If you could subscribe, hit the red button which says subscribe, and then perhaps hit the bell next to the red button, which gives you a notification whenever I post a film, video. Everything in my mind is films. And maybe make a comment below. Let me know what you think. I can tend to be long-winded. I try not to be. And I can tend to be monotone and talk like this. I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to be peppy. It's tough, and I probably will not speak for the next 2 hours because I've used it all up here. Anyways, it is so nice for you to watch this video, and take a chance on Pacific Rim Uprising. It's worth it.